Welcome to the Somos Sunnyside podcast, brought to you by the Office of Public Information, where we are sharing stories about the bright side of education.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Somos Sunnyside. I'm your host, Jose Gastelum, proud superintendent of the Sunnyside Unified School District. And today we have the honor of having Dr. Jeff Nasse, the new Chancellor of Pima Community College, who was appointed this past August. So welcome, Dr. Nasse.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you, and so, our show definitely highlights the great things that are happening in the community. We've highlighted the amazing employees that we have, our teachers, our counselors, our students, and it's always great to bring in community members like yourself to just, show the community and have the community listen to what's going on in the world of Pima College and the connection and the partnerships that we have with Pima Community College. And so we're excited to have you on the show, and we'll get right to it. So, it was, I'm sure since August, things have been going, 100 miles an hour for you as you come in, from Florida. We'll talk a little bit about that, and now here in Arizona. So, talk to us a little bit about that journey of being appointed the new chancellor. I know it was definitely a competitive process, and we're excited that you're in the role because we share a lot of the same ideas, and I think most importantly we share the idea of wanting students to be successful and keeping students here in the community engaged, in their academic endeavors. So tell us a little bit about the transition. Coming in August, and here we are here in the month of March. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's great. It has been quite a journey. It's interesting. I was just saying that to my wife. It's hard to believe that at this time last year, right, I was still back in Florida. I was serving as a college provost at a community college there back in South Florida, and had been there for 20 years. So I'm very much a community college educator. Started as a faculty member and worked my way up and left as provost. And I'd heard great things about Pima. The community college world is pretty small. We have a sense of kind of the larger schools and what schools are doing. Pima had a great reputation, certainly had done some great things in the workforce education area. And so as we were becoming empty nesters. My youngest was headed off to the university. We started to look around, and we started to learn more about Tucson, and started to go through that process. Great application process, and got to come out to Tucson, and I'll never forget that experience. And it's funny, we were living in South Florida, and people said, well, Tucson, Arizona, it's hot. It's really hot, particularly in the summer.
Dry heat, right?
And I'm like, well, how hot can it be? I live in South Florida, but that was a lesson right away. I like to say I moved from the sunshine state to the sun. Yeah. It was what it felt like to me.
A little less humidity, though, right?
Yeah, that's true. But wow, what a great city, what a great community, and a great organization, a great college. So yeah, I started in August, and new state, new city, new college, but it's just been wonderful. It's been a great experience, and I very much have enjoyed it. So it's been a great journey.
Well, welcome. We welcome you. We're excited, when we heard the news that you were appointed, and just with your background, and want to share a little bit of, with the listeners, your background in education. I know you come from a family of educators, which is neat. And so talk to us a little bit about, and you answered my question of why Tucson, why Pima College. That was my next question of why did you land here? Because I know that there are a lot of options out there, a lot of openings out there, and I'm glad we have you here. But tell us a little bit about, your journey as an educator. How you grew up with parents who were educators, and your passion for serving communities like Tucson.
Yeah, it's both my parents, as you mentioned, were educators. They were teachers, actually special education teachers. And as I got older, they started to go into, like yourself, right? They were principals. My mom was the principal at the high school where I attended, so I couldn't get away with anything. I grew up in a small town.
Behave, huh?
Right. So going to the principal's office was a different level for me. And both my mother and father were in education. And I, to be honest, right, when your parents are into something, I wanted the opposite. So right out of high school, I enlisted in the Marine Corps, right? And not only enlisted in the Marine Corps, I'll never forget the recruiter came over. I took the ASVAB in those days, was like a test that you took. And he said, hey, you could do just about anything. And I said, I want to be a machine gunner. Mm-hmm. And so I went into the Marine Corps infantry, and I think that served me well in community college administration, depending on what's going
right.
on. So didn't go to college right out of high school. And so I really have an empathy for our student veterans, getting out of the service and then going back to college is different, right? And people have different experiences in the military. It's not a monolith by any stretch. But coming back to college was just a different kind of hard. You kind of leave this structured lifestyle, and now you're kind of on your own doing college. And we've got, for example, at Pima Community College, just an outstanding veteran support program on all of our campuses. Obviously we have the Air Force Base here. We have a lot of student veterans, and we have programs to help them make that transition. So I went to the graduate school in college in the Carolinas, and needed a job. Mm-hmm. I got that master's degree, and my first teaching job at the college level was at a community college. I had never attended a community college. I didn't know anything about it, and I was really struck by this was a different group of students. As someone who'd been in the universities, we had people that were older than me that were coming back to upskill. We had dual enrollment students who were improving themselves. We had people that were just coming to the United States that were trying to, it was just this wonderful mix of people. And I really fell in love with that open access mission, right? That this is high quality education that's available to anyone. And it really blew my mind, and I really just began to build a career. Started as an English professor, teaching in the classroom. And all of those challenges, if you're a faculty member at Pima Community College or any community college, you have learners with all kinds of different goals and aspirations and different experiences. And so you're trying to meet them where they are and help them succeed. And just over the years, when you sit there at graduation and you see people earning that nursing degree and earning those degrees, it's not only a huge change for their life, but for their families' lives. And so I've just fallen in love with that mission, and so it's been great, and hopefully we continue to do great things in the community here in Pima County.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you bring up a perfect example of students can have it all. We often talk about college, career, community readiness, and back in the day they used to always talk about career readiness, and then it was college readiness. Now it's college and career, and for those, you're a perfect example for those students that choose the military. It's okay, you choose the military, you figure
absolutely.
things out, and there's great benefits from the military, the GI Bill and things like that help you pay for college.
Great experiences, yeah.
And so you can do both. We've luckily enough, we've had students that have been very successful and have done both. They're workforce ready, they're attending college. And the main thing is that they're pursuing, right? They're pursuing some sort of goal. They got these great endeavors, and that, we want to make sure that we prepare them as they leave us. We often talk about our college and career academies, here at in Sunnyside, at Sunnyside High School, Desert View High School, and we even offer some CTE courses at Star Academic High School. And so these are definitely some great pathways, and we always talk about the big three. Our students have the opportunity to join an academy, pick a pathway where they can earn dual enrollment credit, taking college courses through Pima College on our campuses. They can earn industry certifications, and they also have an opportunity to have a work experience or internship. And so,
right.
That's what it's about. It's about providing students those opportunities, providing them choices. And what I want to do here, it's a perfect, I teed it up for myself here, is you guys have what you call the centers of excellence, right? And
Sure.
so I look at that as there's something for someone, there's something for everyone, right? In terms of what they want to pursue in terms of their academic endeavors. And the neat thing about Pima is you have all ages. It's not just these kids coming right out of high school
Right.
to college. I mean, you have people that are second career, people that are just figuring
High
things
school
out
students.
later. high school students as well.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about the transition, what you guys offer at Pima.
Sure.
What's exciting about all the offerings you have.
Yeah, and that's great. I think Pima is a comprehensive community college. So no matter what your goal is or what your end game is, we have a program that will fit. So we have a lot of students that come to us and want to transfer, right? They want to go off to, you talk to students, I want to go to the U of A, I want to go to school, and we can do that. And what we provide, right, is and I have kids at large universities, and I attended a large university. For those entry-level courses, right, you're in classrooms with 400 or 500 people. They're often taught by a graduate assistant. That's kind of the traditional university experience. At Pima, you're in a smaller classroom. You're working directly with great faculty in that classroom, and we feel high quality and affordable education. And we're proud that you can do that first 2 years at Pima, really get ready, and then go off to the university and succeed. We also have many programs that go directly into the workforce. So when you mention the centers of excellence, the idea around the centers of excellence is world-class facilities that will really mimic what's happening in the industry. So if you've been out to our automotive center, you'll see that it's just an amazing facility. And then ensuring that the equipment out there and the faculty are really bringing the most relevant market-driven curriculum. So you're prepared to go out and really earn a good paying job. We just opened up our Center of Excellence for the health professions. Mm-hmm. And the technology in that at our West Campus is just amazing. It's lots of simulation and technology and all the things of course, you're getting that real life clinical experience as a health provider, but you're also getting, that kind of simulation work. So great facilities, market-driven curriculum, and then we work a lot with our industry partners. So our employers are, often going to those facilities, working with our faculty to ensure that students have those experiences, and when they get out there can succeed. By the way, we have students that take those programs, welding, manufacturing, cybersecurity, immediately get jobs, sometimes get jobs before building construction technology, before they leave those programs. And then you can keep going, right? There's always opportunities, and we work with employers to say, is there some, for example, AI across fields? Mm-hmm. We're developing an AI non-credit program for people. What we do know is that employers want people who know how to use AI, whether that's in healthcare, business, building construction trades, it's across industries. So there's lots of options for our students, and I think that's one of the great things about Pima Community College.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to bring this up because I'm bragging or because I'm tooting my own horn here, but I'm a Pima graduate myself.
Oh, okay.
Class of
tell.
'94, right? So I'm an Aztec as well, and not only a Blue Devil graduate, but an Aztec graduate as well. And so, my experience, and I know this was a long time ago. I was class of '94 there at Pima. Played baseball for a couple years, and so.
Okay. Great athletics at Pima.
Yeah,
also.
great programs, and they're doing real well right now, the athletic programs. And often, sometimes, and I want to get rid of this misconception that people may have. I think that many times people are often looking at Pima as, it's a 2-year college. Shoot
Sure.
for the 4-year, and it's why do you want to go there? Like if it was a lesser experience, right? And it was a great transition for me, speaking of my own experience, and we're not here to, we want kids to be able to make choices. We want students and parents to be able to make choices, but sometimes if that route may be more beneficial to students, right, in terms of taking your general ed, getting those transferable credits, or graduating with some sort of associate's degree and moving on, or going to the workforce. But the neat thing about it is that it is a smaller community. It is less expensive to go to a Pima college rather than a 4-year university.
Oh, absolutely.
And so there definitely are some benefits. So I definitely am reaching out to our parents to take a look at it, right? Take a look at what Pima offers as you're making these tough decisions with your children about where they're headed to college, and if they're going to stay here in town. Pima's an excellent option. And so We're gonna take a quick break, so don't go away. We got much more to talk about here with Chancellor Nasse, and we'll be right back.
Sunnyside students can have it all, learning and growing to graduate college, career, and community ready. Don't believe us? Just watch. At Sunnyside Unified School District, we are preparing our graduates with real-world skills and experiences. Our graduates are leaving Sunnyside to pursue an Ivy League education, becoming collegiate-level athletes, and earning prestigious scholarships such as the Gates Millennium, Dell, and Dorrance.
All right, we are back. You know, one of the things, Chancellor Nasse, that I do appreciate you as you know, of someone from looking from the outside in, is you've been definitely active in the community since you've been here in Tucson. You know, and I appreciate the opportunities to be able to speak to you. You know, in terms of, you know, how public schools are doing, how Sunnyside's doing, and you know, always offering, you know, what can we do better, you know, as partners, you know, from at Pima College and Sunnyside, the great partnership we have, and I think we're both looking out for students, right? Student outcomes, and we want to make sure that they have that experience. So I truly appreciate just how genuine you've been. You know, you've had the opportunity to walk our campuses.
Oh, yeah, it's been great. Thank you.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you being here, and we've had the opportunity to speak to you just about, you know, different things that we're doing as partners. And so, you know, one of the things, it's important for you to walk the campuses so you see firsthand, you know, our students in action, our teachers in action, and some of the programs that we offer. You were earlier talking about centers of excellence and how that meshes perfectly with our college and career academies.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? And so, you know, you had an opportunity, as I said, to walk the campus and really discuss a little bit about all the options we have for students in terms of them being able to earn dual credit. You know, taking the high school course, which is actually in many cases here a college course, and getting the high school credit and the college credit. And so
Yeah.
it really puts these students at, you know, in an advantage, in a position of leaving high school with college credits, and that's a huge advantage for them. And so,
Right.
tell us a little bit about your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, I just say, before going there, you know, want to recognize you and your team's leadership. I've been so impressed since being here in August with what Sunnyside has to offer at both your high schools, Desert View and Sunnyside. It's just been tremendous. I can tell a vibrant learning community, outstanding options. Walking around the high school campuses this afternoon was just so fun. At one level, they're dynamic, there's a lot happening, and it was great to see the students really leading the tour, talking about, I mean, that really is a testament, talking about their projects that are happening. You know, they're working with, in traveling, the prosthetic, you know, example. I mean, that was just remarkable that you're doing. So you and your team are just doing amazing things here in the district, and it's all about alignment. You know, I'm a big believer in early college, right? Why not give students an opportunity to earn college credit and get that valuable training in high school while they can? I mean, I guess we're of that same age. I remember my senior year being really kind of a light, you know, easy year. And students can, right, they can earn, in one of your programs, they can earn an actual associate's degree along with their high school diploma. Imagine that, coming out of high school with a 2-year degree in hand already. I mean, what a leg up that is for your students. So I think it's great. And then aligning. If you don't finish all of the program, of course you can come to Pima. And it was also great to see that we share instructors, right? That some of our faculty in the automotive, right, are working at the Pima Community College Automotive Center, and then bringing that to the high school. So I love the synergy, and that's what it's all about. I mean, the literal name is community college, right? We are the community's college. So I think alignment's one of the priorities that I'm emphasizing here as I've kind of finishing up my first 6 months is we want to be deeply engaged with our high schools, right? We want to ensure that people know about Pima, and that's some of the challenge. How are we communicating what we believe to be a tremendous value for the families and students in our high schools and get them over to Pima? And we believe, by the way, you mentioned, you know, it's a 2-year school, but we're beginning to look at a baccalaureate program, a bachelor's degree program in teacher education, and hope to expand on that. So where I was previously, we were offering 10 bachelor's degrees at that community college. I'd like to see the same for Pima, for those high need areas.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about dual enrollment, and now, in our community, at our schools, it's definitely been a game changer. When a student can enter college with dual enrollment credits under their belt, whether that be 10 credits, whether that be 25 credits, or even an associate's degree, as you mentioned, our precision machining program has an early college program.
That's
where
amazing.
Students, our first class next year will be graduating with an associate's degree.
Yeah.
And so it's got to start somewhere. It's a small group of students that will have that opportunity, but for the students that are incoming after that, that's just going to grow and grow and grow. And so, it's just a huge advantage, and I hear it time and time again, from just people in the community, whether, especially from parents or students that are graduates of other high schools, and they often refer to our students, God, the Sunnyside and Desert View students are so far ahead when it comes to college credits, so, they're some of them are close to earning their associate's degree in their first year of college, and so, the advantage is that one is you pay a little bit less money in tuition because you've already taken some courses.
That's a huge
right?
advantage, yeah.
You're probably halfway or almost done with your general ed classes, and you can start pursuing your major. And then what I hear a lot is students say, God, the Sunnyside Desert View students can start their internships quicker because they're already in that year 3 in their first or second year of college, and so. It definitely is a game changer. I often talk about what it does to the confidence of our students. A lot of our students are first generation college going students.
Great, yeah.
And so when they're taking a dual enrollment course and earning college credit, they see themselves as college students. Like, I can do this. Look, I've already earned this many credits. I'm college material. And we know that imposter syndrome plays in a little bit. And so it's super, super important that they leave us with that confidence, and so, it's great that Pima is just a viable option, a great option for a lot of our students, because it just offers so much, no matter where you come in and with your education. There's just tons of opportunities to pursue, whether you want to be there for 2 years, whether you want to be there for, some of your 4-year programs, or just to, get your first couple of years in there and then transfer, or get those certificates and be workforce ready.
Look, those certificate programs are really growing and popular, and I tell you, you come out to great jobs, right? You think about welding, you think about building construction technology, manufacturing, all of these areas where there's certificates. And employers want those skills. So sometimes I think people think of college or school where you're sitting in a classroom and listen to someone like me drone on and on. Yeah. No, right? College has changed. It's very much hands-on, and we want you can get out there quick, and that's important. And again, it's all about what is it that you're looking for, what option are you looking for, and we want to support you moving forward.
Absolutely. So, I got to say here that, we truly appreciate the partnership. It's been wonderful working with Pima and just, thinking out of the box with you all in terms of making the student experience a better one and providing more opportunities for students. And so for our listeners out there, Chancellor Nasse, what do you hope to accomplish here in the first couple years, while you're here at Pima and newly appointed? I know, in your first 6 months here, you've probably been doing a lot of learning, meeting a lot of people, right? And getting a feel for the community, getting a feel for the college and what direction it needs to head in. And again, we're excited that you're here with this vision. But what are some of your goals here?
I always think about outcomes, right, for our students. So are we bringing more students from the community into the college, whatever program that would be, and then are we getting more students to stay with us at Pima and then finish? And are more people earning those certificates and getting into good jobs? So one of the things I talk with my team about is, are we measuring those things? Are we making a difference in the community? I mean, community college, we pride ourselves on our impact to the community. We did Pima Community College did an economic impact study back in 2023 1.1 billion, in terms of our impact on the local economy. And so that is kind of that lag measure. And so how can we do that? Is we get more people into jobs. We get more people going over to the University of Arizona. And when they get there, are they earning that bachelor's degree? Are they succeeding? And so those are some of the things I think about. We're talking a lot about first responders, public safety. And we have ideas around a public safety emergency services institute out at our East Campus, building on that center of excellence model, great facilities to train that next generation of first responders. And so we're thinking about those kinds of things. We have an awesome cybersecurity program, and we're thinking a lot about you can't have artificial intelligence training and education without some knowledge in cybersecurity. So how do we scale those type of programs? We're building a partnership with the state of our cybersecurity program has won a number of accolades. And the state of Arizona, we're actually partnering with them where we'll be doing some of the training for the state of Arizona in cyber. So whatever these spaces are, we just want to see them grow in terms of community impact. And again, back to the high schools, we'd love to see more of our Sunnyside School District students coming to Pima Community College and succeeding for sure. And that's all about the partnership. And we love, where can we build things, get more students earning that associate's degree for free, by the way, by the time they leave high school.
Absolutely.
And if you're not earning the college credits, that's just not the journey that those students have been on. Great. We still have lots of opportunities at Pima Community College for you. So all along that educational pipeline, we'd like to see those outcomes improve is the general vision.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, and well said. And so, as we've been talking here, we've been talking about opportunities, we've been talking about outcomes. And so, I think that, we need to continue to educate our students about, the opportunities out there, educate our parents. And so, if you have a message to our students or our parents, what would your message be to them?
Well, first of all, take a look, right? Take a look and think about value too. I mean, we're really proud of, first and foremost, the quality of programs, the quality of education. I think one of the challenges I hear is we're like the best kept secret sometimes. We have just amazing faculty who are experts in their field. We have outstanding facilities. We've got great campuses. We've got great athletics. We have that, kind of comprehensive college. And then for the value, right, for the cost, we really are proud of what we call, higher education has gotten crazy, certainly in the last 10 plus years. And we're really proud, I think, in the community college space that we can deliver really high quality value in education at low cost, right? And getting students started earlier. So, please take a look, come visit our campuses, be engaged with us, and we'll do our part too, getting out to the community. Absolutely. I think it's important for us to make sure that we're here for you. We are your college. We are the community's college, and we're really proud of that mission.
Awesome. All right, so as we change pace here, I want to know what's been your best experience here in Tucson. What's been your favorite go-to food place? What's been the best meal you've had? Because they often say when people come to Tucson, you start gaining weight for some reason,
for
right?
Sure.
And I can tell you about that. I've struggled with that my entire life because of all the good food around here. So what has it been like? Just kind of hanging out in the community and getting to know the Tucsonans here.
Yeah, it's been what a great, wonderful community, warm welcome. As someone who grew up on the East Coast and built a career in Florida, wonderful, right? All places in the United States have different things to add and value, but I got to say the community in Tucson is just so supportive, so welcoming. Just friendly and nice, and sometimes that can be a change. Sometimes when you come from back east, it's been really nice. Yeah, the food's a little bit of a problem. It's a good problem, I suppose. Right? But I've definitely put on my Tucson 10 pounds here. I'm working at from a food place. There's so many good spots. I just recently had dinner at La Frida over there, and that was amazing, an amazing dinner. But Look, I had never had a Sonoran hot dog until I got to Tucson, and that rocked my world. Just right there on Broadway, that was amazing. So really enjoying the community and great natural beauty, right? My wife and I have really enjoyed, getting out to places like Sabino Canyon and walking around and seeing some of that. The Desert Museum and all of those areas have just been, it's been wonderful. Going to University of Arizona, the Desert View Sunnyside High School football game.
I was just going to mention that. You saw.
Thank you for hosting us. My wife and I went out there to. There's nothing.
The duel in the district.
There's nothing like high school rivalry football on a Friday night, and
overtime game too.
Yeah, it was amazing. That's what it's all about, and that was a lot of fun. So.
And that's what I mean. This is what makes partnerships great, right? Is taking the time to learn a little bit about our community.
Oh, it was so fun.
Not only all of Tucson, but Sunnyside especially. And so we truly appreciate you, walking our campuses, coming to football games, and getting to know a little bit about, the Sunnyside community. And it's a special community for us. It's a special community for our families, and that they are what makes it great. And so, we definitely want to thank you for being on the show, because we want them to know that there's options out there, and there's different options for different students. And so, we want parents to find the right fit for their children. And so we want them to explore all options. And we have amazing counselors at our high schools that are working with your children when it comes to making the choice of their college or whatever career they choose, right? Whether it be military, or if they're workforce ready to get into the workforce, or both. We have a lot of students doing both things. And so, we definitely want to thank you for being on the show, taking the time to spend with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
We look forward to the continued partnership and great student outcomes. So thank you, Chancellor.
Thank you, and congratulations on all your success. It's been
Appreciate that. Well, this concludes this episode of Somos Sunnyside. Hasta la próxima. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Somos Sunnyside. We hope you enjoyed the conversation and found it entertaining. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to subscribe and share our podcast with la comunidad. For updates on future episodes and more, be sure to follow us on social media and visit our website at susd12.org. We appreciate your support and can't wait to have you back for the next episode. Hasta la próxima vez en Somos Sunnyside.